1, 2, 3, 4. Mike and John got it going on. Mike and John got it going on.
Is it Monday already?
It's
I
starting
guess
like
it
a
is.
Monday.
It looks like a Monday.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. Something is missing.
That's true.
Well, not completely.
I mean, we have a facsimile.
No real cougar today.
No. Yeah, fake cougar. Yes, Susan could not be with us today. A household emergency. Something was leaking.
I hate when something leaks.
I hate that too. But she may join us later in the week. So
Okay.
we wish her the very best.
Yes, we do.
We will soldier on.
Happy repairs.
Yeah.
To whatever that leak is. Check the Fetzer valve.
That's
been known to leak.
That'd be my first thing.
Let's see. What do we got going on today? We'll find out if we got a winner in Sunday night trivia. Maybe a winner or two to qualify for this week's Main Street May Prize, courtesy of show sponsor Jordan Genso.
Right. And this week, our featured business will be Two Dandelions Bookstore.
Not one dandelions.
No, it's two.
Two dandelions.
Two dandelions.
Yes, it is.
That quieted you down.
It sure did.
So, yeah, that'll be our Main Street May focus this week. We're also going to be talking with Amy Jarvis, teacher in Fowlerville, and she is helping to organize the Mason Z Wilkinson Golf Tournament, second annual this year, and we'll find out more about that.
All right, we'll get to that, our 2-cent history lesson and more, but let's start off the week with the latest in local news brought to you by Cooper and Binkley Jewelers in downtown Brighton.
All right, here's what's going on. Drainage work is scheduled this week in Howell Township. The Livingston County Road Commission says starting Tuesday at 8 a.m., Marr Road will be open to local traffic only between Byron and Indian Camp Trail. That project is expected to be completed by 3 p.m. Friday, but there will be delays for motorists. Again, that's local traffic only. Motorists are advised to seek an alternate route. All of that work, as always, is weather dependent. State Representative Jennifer Conlin testified Friday in the House Committee on Insurance and Financial Services in support of her House Bill 4343. It requires the Department of Insurance and Financial Services to submit an annual report on payday lending to the legislature and post it on the department's website. Conlin said the annual study will help ensure that the legislature is vigilant about the, quote, abuses payday lenders perpetrate on vulnerable populations and hold them accountable, end quote. And semi-pro summer baseball's coming to Livingston County. The Michigan Monarchs will be playing their home games at Lake Trust Stadium at Cleary University in Howell this summer, with their first home game of the season set for June 7th. The team, owned by State Representative James DeSana, will play in the Great Lakes Summer Collegiate League that's affiliated with the National Alliance of College Summer Baseball. Comprised of teams with college baseball players from around North America, the league is sanctioned and supported by Major League Baseball. Although players are not paid, that way they can maintain their NCAA eligibility. The Monarchs will play 19 home games at Cleary's Lake Trust Field in 2023. And that's what's going on.
And news brought to you by Cooper and Binkley Jewelers in downtown Brighton, of course, for all your jewelry needs. Graduation parties coming up, weddings coming up. See Cooper and Binkley Jewelers. They have the latest designs from Simon G. and Zagani, plus they can custom design or redesign, restyle some old jewelry you may have sitting around in your jewelry box. Stop by and see them today. Cooper and Binkley Jewelers in downtown Brighton and on Facebook, Cooper and Binkley Jewelers. All right, so last night in our trivia, we got a couple of people who came pretty darn close. We'll get to that soon, but we've only got a few days left for you to get your votes in for the Mike and John Brew.
Well, yeah.
Thursday night, 12:59 p.m. or 11:59 p.m.
Yeah, 11:59
is
p.m.
the deadline.
The poll will shut down. Of course, we're talking about Mike and John night, June 1st at Eternity Brewing in Howell. It's to benefit the Walk to End Alzheimer's, and there'll be a special Mike and John brew brewed up by the brewmaster at Eternity Brewing. And, of course, we've got the poll on our website, mikeandjohnpodcast.com.
Is number 4 still in the lead?
I believe it is. We're going to look at those results.
I'm going to the betting window, by the way.
We got the 4 different combinations, flavoring combinations for you. And, yes, option 4 is in the lead with 38% of the vote. That's the lemon, peach, and black tea. Right behind it, option 2, the passion fruit, orange, guava, scotch, bonnet, pepper combination. Then in third place is option 3, hibiscus, raspberry, lime zest, and mint. And then option 1, falling way behind, lavender, vanilla bean, and lemon zest. Everyone's kind of given up on that one. I mean, unless it stages a come from behind miracle.
That would be some serious, some serious voting going on there.
Yeah. But
the little section of, like on the graph is like this big, whereas number one is.
It can happen, though.
It could happen.
I mean,
if
they could.
The vanilla lavender folks.
Vanilla folks. Be careful. But they could pull
I
off.
like vanilla.
I know. Starts with lavender. I don't know, just something about ordering a beer with lavender in it. But people say it tastes
Why
very
you got to
good.
stereotype it like that,
know,
John?
I'm just saying. It's got some lemon zest in it, too.
Oh, yeah, some lemon zest.
So that could...
See, when I think that, I'm thinking of some kind of dish soap. What do you think? Like, it's got lemon zest. Or if it's a hand soap, perhaps.
Right.
With lavender, vanilla, and lemon zest. You don't picture that in a beer. And I think that one had the odds stacked against it from the get-go. I really do.
Do you think if they would have listed the ingredients in a different order, like if it started with vanilla, and then they put lavender at the end?
Perhaps.
I don't know.
Because sometimes you read that first thing. Wait, what's the number 4 start with?
It starts with lemon.
Oh, that one has lemon in it, too. Maybe that's why they didn't start. Like when you're taking that test, when they give you multiple choice, and one will have the same, couple of them will have the same thing in it.
Right.
Maybe that's why they listed it that way.
I don't know, but the poll will be open till 11:59 p.m. Thursday. We'll announce the winning combination Friday, and then we'll see you on Thursday, June 1st, at Eternity Brewing for Mike and John night, and you will be able to hoist that Mike and John brew.
Oh, it'll be like a bar in Scotland as we raise those glasses of the Mike and John brew.
Yeah, or
won't it?
Or it'll be like a brewery in Howell.
It could be.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
Hope to see you there.
Hope to see everybody there, whether you voted or not. Should be a great time for a great cause to help out raising funds in the Walk to End Alzheimer's, and of course the champions will be there as well from last year's walk. So, should be a great time.
Which we found out Cougar is one of the champions, so she'll be there. Well, she was going to come anyway. But
are you sure she's going to come?
Unless she has a flooding emergency. I don't know if she has a flooding emergency. Maybe
she might not make it.
I don't know.
Of course, we're brought to you by Jordan Genso, community servant, community realtor, and as John said, throughout the month of May, Main Street May, Jordan is giving away $100 gift cards, and the pickup point this week is 2 dandelions.
Right.
And in order to get qualified, you have to get the answer right in our trivia questions.
Right. This is what we call synergy.
Oh yeah,
it's all synergized.
Yes, do your hand thing. Put your phone down.
I'm
so
holding
you can do
my
your
phone,
hand motions.
So I'm working with one hand here.
Yeah,
I'm pretty good. Grow up. When am I going to grow up? I don't know.
As soon as you become a Toys R Us kid.
Yeah.
All right. So in last night's SNT Sunday Night Trivia, brought to you by OG sponsor Firehouse Doors, who've been serving Livingston County for over 25 years with unparalleled service and products. According to a recent survey, 1 out of 5 workers, 20%, said they get worried that if they do this, their boss will think they're lazy.
Right.
If they do this, their boss will think them lazy.
Which, I mean, the answer, it's the kind of thing, you should be able to do this without worrying about that, but
some people like to find things to worry about.
I guess.
I would have never worried about this in a million years.
No, this would not have bothered me one bit. If this bothers the boss, well then, I would salute the boss.
George said asking for additional or extra work. That to me would be the opposite of the boss
I guess
thinking you're lazy.
It's kind of confusing.
Maybe it's you ask for it, but you don't do it.
Well, there's that. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you...
Karen said not getting or being at your assigned work spot, like your desk or your station, or wherever you're supposed to be. If you're wandering around chatting, the boss might think you're lazy. That's a great guess. Being on the phone.
What?
Being on the phone.
I'm sorry, what now? Oh, right.
Kimberly said wearing jeans. Wearing jeans, you're lazy.
I think that's...
it's becoming more commonplace.
I understand that some people might think that way, but...
Sometimes jeans are part of the work. They're
Then
your work jeans.
Then you get the casual Friday.
Jeff said asking for help. Scott said going to the bathroom. Oh, that guy's lazy. Look at him. He's going to the bathroom again.
Well, that was
doing
when you were in school. That was your
get out,
go-to. Yeah. Like, oh my god, this class is dragging.
Boring. Can I go to the bathroom? I have to go to the bathroom.
And you walk slow. You take the long way to the bathroom.
Accidentally, you forget the key to the bathroom on that piece of wood. Do they even have keys for bathrooms anymore? I don't think so.
I don't know. Actually, they do. No, my kid told me that. Yeah, they in one of their classes they
you have a key to go
given
to the
like
restroom.
a big, and it's a big.
Yeah, you get this big.
It's
piece
like
of
at
wood.
the gas station where they give you like the thing with like a rim, a tire rim on it. Here you go.
We don't want you stealing that key.
Yeah. So, Katie said taking a vacation.
Lazy, need a break. Calling in sick, said Sheena. Leaving work before the boss.
That's why you wait.
Yeah.
Is he gone? Let's go.
Boss. Oh, he's in the bathroom. I can leave now. Lazy boss.
Sally said gossiping.
Yeah. Letting their garbage overflow.
Well,
Can't even control your waste. Waste management at your desk.
on the other side, keeping a clean desk.
Oh, it must be lazy. You're not getting anything
Because you're
done.
working. I don't see any work. You want to make it look like you're working. Piles of stuff. Then they look at it and they're like, hey, this is just stuff out of your garbage can. Why is it piled on your desk?
I'm cleaning my garbage can. Christy said sitting down. I guess it depends on what kind of job you have. Because if you're not supposed to be sitting down.
I suppose, yeah.
You know.
I mean, but, you know.
Like, for example, we see a lot of road work going on, or a lot of cones anyway, or barrels.
Right.
And then you see like 4 guys and a shovel, and one guy doing the work, the other 4 talking about the Tigers game.
But are they sitting?
They're not sitting.
That's what
They're
I'm saying.
just standing
So,
around.
and you don't know that
maybe
they're talking about
they're sitting on a barrel.
Well, I mean, right.
Sing and take it back.
Generally, yeah. Dawn said pulling up their hair into a simple ponytail.
Yeah.
I don't know why that would.
Well,
I'm not-
it's like, okay, I'm too lazy to make myself look better.
Okay. I guess. Karen said arriving late to work.
Snacking while on the clock, said John.
Yes, I did.
We'll have none of that.
Yeah.
No, it was another John.
Oh, I see.
John with an H.
Well, no. Whitney said avoiding customers or any kind of interaction with the public.
Oh, somebody's coming in.
You don't blame them at all. I'm sorry. Having interacted with the public, I don't blame you.
Hi, I'm your waiter. Now that you're here, I'm going away from your table.
I've been to that restaurant.
Yeah. It's
hello.
called self-serve. Yeah. We did get a couple that were right around right. Right around right.
There was one that was
right on.
Right on, and then the
And
rest
I got to
that were-
find that one. There was another one that said hopping out to lunch.
Right.
So I guess that
was the one. Although she really said hoping out to lunch.
Oh, yeah, I guess it is hoping out
She
to
missed
lunch.
a P there.
Maybe going out to
Yeah, I
lunch,
hate when
hopping.
hate when you miss
I'm
it.
going to hop out to lunch.
Yeah.
Now, if you're hopping out of the office, that's a little weird.
I mean, well, we talked about that before about skipping.
Yeah.
If you remember.
Nothing wrong with skipping, John.
If you skip out to lunch, I still think that your boss would go, what is going on there? Right?
He's a good skipper.
Yeah. So
All right. Miranda and somebody else got it right as well. I'm trying to find out who it was. But
Melinda and
I want to say Anna. I'm trying to find it right now.
our team will scour those
Yes,
results to
we
make sure
were.
we get those names down. But we know
I've got a
Melinda got
scouring
it.
pad.
Yeah.
All right. So each will go into
So
the drawing on Friday for those $100 in gift cards
Right.
for Main Street businesses in downtown Brighton from Jordan Genso, community servant, community realtor. If you or somebody you know is looking to buy or sell a home, Jordan Genso can help you out here in Livingston County as a member of the RE/MAX Platinum team. He's the captain of the team.
he is.
If not, we made him it for today anyway. Jordan has 15 years of experience here in Livingston County. Knows the area, knows the people, knows the places.
Well, yeah.
So give Jordan a call today. That number?
248 444 90.
Nope.
9777. So that's 248 444 9777.
All right. Thanks to Jordan for being a part of the show. We appreciate that. You mentioned golf, didn't you?
I did.
When we going? Getting
well-
out the sticks? Heading to the course?
Yeah.
When are we going?
Mason Z. Wilkinson Memorial Scholarship Golf Scramble coming up Saturday, July 29th. And we're going to get details on that from one of the organizers.
Who's a teacher, and we got to catch her before class.
Yeah, we do. It's a busy. I think she said she was going to go in her car and roll up the windows. Which I think
sounds like something Mr. Hand would
If you're
do.
a teacher, you can understand why you're like, I just got to.
Hello.
Good morning.
Amy Jarvis, how are you?
Well, I'm doing well. How about you?
Are you in your car right now?
I am.
Okay. Amy Jarvis joining us to
You
talk
know-
about the Mason Z. Wilkinson Golf Tournament.
Yeah, and we were speculating that as a teacher in Fowlerville, and I think teachers everywhere can understand that sometimes you just want to go in your car and roll up the windows and just have a little peace and quiet.
I probably shouldn't publicly admit that, but yes, there are times.
I think everybody can sympathize with
Yes.
you in one way, shape, or form. So let's talk about the second annual memorial sponsorship fundraiser for the Mason Z. Wilkinson golf fundraiser that's coming up in July.
Well, so in the past, we've actually done garage sales, and we thought, okay, this is quite a bit of labor, quite a bit of time. And so Christina, one of Maylene's friends, suggested switching over to the golf outing. So last year was the first golf outing. It actually went very well. We were blessed with good weather and great turnout and raised some good funds. And we thought, oh, let's do it again. But we wanted to go a little bit bigger. So we're shooting for July 29th at Tyrone Hills Golf Club in Fenton. Registration is at 1 o'clock, and we'll do a shotgun start at 2 o'clock. The cost is $125 per person. We have games, closest to pin, longest drive, prizes for first place. There will be some door raffles, some raffle items, 50-50. And like most golf outings, the cost will include lunch at the turn, dinner, and of course, lots of fun and hopefully good weather.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, this being the second annual, like you said, last year you transitioned for the first year away from the garage sale model, which the community really appreciated and embraced. But in terms of,
Managing something like that, it's a big undertaking.
Tasking.
Yeah, very much
Very
so, yeah.
physically and emotionally draining. We did have quite a few people that were genuinely disappointed, sad that we weren't continuing the garage sale, just because a lot of people looked forward to it, and it did help the community as well as the fundraiser to raise scholarships. So that was bittersweet. Definitely bittersweet, but we felt that we were ready for a new chapter.
Yeah, and I think honestly, the whole point of this though is to raise money for this memorial scholarship, and let's talk about where those scholarship dollars go.
Okay, well, first and foremost, the scholarship is to honor Mason's memory. And the story is never easy to talk about, ever. But when Mason was 8.5, he was accidentally hit by a garbage truck in front of his home. And his parents wanted to have his legacy live on. So they thought, well, let's do a scholarship. And of course, the first couple of years, finances weren't that big of an issue. But it became very apparent very quickly that having to raise money to offer the scholarships was going to take some work, and that's where I sort of stepped in. At the time, I was a sponsor of Friends of Rachel at the junior high, and we thought, let's do a garage sale. And we looked back at pictures of the first garage sale, and we sort of chuckled because there was so much open floor space. And by the time we were done, my goodness, we ended at Fowlerville Fairgrounds and had the place packed. So, but yeah, so we went to the garage sale to earn money for the scholarships. Mason's favorite sport was soccer, so it seemed natural to honor athletes who played soccer in high school. And up to this year, Maylene and Andrew, Mason's parents, have given out 52 scholarships to Fowlerville high school students. So it's an honor to have Mason's name live on in other athletes who continue their education after Fowlerville High School.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
That's fantastic. I was looking over the flyer that you sent us for the golf outing on the 29th of July, and I noticed you can buy mulligans.
Yes, I don't have the flyer in front of me, but I believe it's only one round, and I do believe you get 4 mulligans per team, just in case you're warming up or you hit a miscue shot.
Yeah,
So
this needs to be offered more often.
See, now I
off
think,
golf courses.
So there's.
trust me, there are people who would rely on those mulligans. But if
You're
I pay
speaking
for
with
it,
one
why
of them.
not?
It cost me $3,000, but I had a great round.
Think of all the kids, future kids that you get.
That's right.
Exactly.
I'm doing this for the kids.
Yes, the more
That's
mulligans,
right.
the merrier. You should have a mulligan
Right.
club.
Yeah.
So-
and I apologize too because I don't have the other sheet in front of me, but I know that we're getting great outpouring from the community as far as sponsoring holes and dinner in the beverage cart and whatnot. But I do know that there are still some availabilities if someone wants to promote their business. And again, that's sort of a you pat my back, we'll pat your back type situation.
Sure.
But we do as much as we can to thank some of the businesses that have donated. So.
Well, right. As you said, I mean, you got lunch at the turn, you have dinner at the end, all the prizes, everything. I mean, all of this is through the generosity of your sponsors that step up to make this happen because it is a
Absolutely.
fundraiser. Obviously, you don't want to have to spend money on this because you want that
Right.
money to go to the scholarships themselves. And the scholarships, I mean, at this point, I know that the class that Mason would have graduated with, I mean, was that 2 years ago?
No, actually. So my son, who is 25, was in Mason's class. He was one of his soccer teammates. And so, yes. And, to any of the parents that are listening, when you lose a child, you try to recreate those milestones in your head, like, graduations and proms
Right.
and driver's licenses and what would they be doing as an adult, would they be married, and so I think it's very challenging. You of course want to see those classmates of your child, and again that's such a double-edged sword, because it hurts, but yet you're proud that his classmates moved on. So yeah, it's this is so out of sorts because normally we're doing this in March. And so for me personally in May, I'm at the end of the teaching year and then coaching softball and so it's mentally draining no matter when it is. But it's so rewarding because of the money that we raise and the kids that we can
What's the
honor.
average scholarship through all these years that you've done it? Is it a set amount or?
It's changed, and it's changed because one, it's determined on how much money we've made, and two, how many kids apply. Like Mason's graduating year, Maylene and Andrew honored any senior that year, and so they gave out 11 scholarships that year. A typical year is two scholarships, one boy, one girl, but sometimes those essays really tug at their heartstrings and maybe they give 3 or on a high year 4. I know the year of COVID when we weren't able to do the fundraiser, the numbers were a little lower, and that year they might have only been 250 or 500. So one of it depends on how much is in the pot, so to say, and then how many kids apply and that situation. So, but Maylene does other things with the money besides just the scholarships. I know my husband plays on Mason W's basketball team through Howell Rec, and they paid the sponsorship fees and the jersey costs for those. We've donated to, and I hope I get this correct, Juliana's Wishes.
Yeah.
Yes, one of the young girls from Brighton who Brighton and or Howell, who lost their lives and were hockey players. We've done peer-to-peer through Fowlerville High School. So they've also, I know there were a couple of house fires in the community that they donated. So when other costs come about, we are able to donate money, to those things that affect our community as well.
Right, and underlying all this, which you've touched upon, is the fact that this is honoring Mason's memory,
Yes.
and keeping that alive. But and also in addition to honoring his memory, it's honoring, I think, the community's commitment to making sure that Mason is not forgotten, and that his parents are comforted in that fact to know
Yes.
that their child's memory still lives on.
Yeah, I agree. And we've talked about this before, John. Like, I can't even imagine So you do whatever you can in your power to keep moving forward for your family that's still here, but you want to do everything that you're able to honor your child that is gone.
Right. So again, the Mason Z. Wilkinson second annual Memorial Golf Scramble set for Saturday, July 29th. And if
Tyrone
people,
Hills.
Tyrone Hills.
Yep.
And for folks that and you're still looking for sponsors, right?
We're looking for sponsors, and we're still looking for golfers.
Right.
So, yeah, if you like to golf and you want a good cause, I can guarantee you a good time, and I can guarantee that the money will go to a wonderful place.
All right. I know that you've got a Facebook page, I know, where people can go and get details.
Yes.
And any other ways that you suggest folks get details?
There's an email that I'm hoping that you guys will be able to put on your site. And I have a very blurry copy, so I apologize.
It's the MZW Memorial Fund.
There we go. And
Memorial. Yeah, Memorial Fund.
It's the MZW Memorial Golf at gmail.com is where you can get more information. And then if you Google Mason Wilkinson or Mason Z Wilkinson on Facebook, we can get you that route. And gosh, if they need to, people can reach out to my personal Facebook, which is Amy Jo Wright Jarvis. I'm not even sure, but they can Google my name and find me as well. So
we'll make sure to get the information when we post the show. Yeah, we'll make sure the contact details are in there. So.
And over the past years, whatever avenue you've used to get out our information, we've always appreciated your support as well.
Of course, absolutely. That's we're happy to extend that. So,
okay, wonderful.
All right, Amy Jarvis. Once again, thank you so much. And
get out of that car and get into the classroom.
It's really nice in here. It's quiet. I was
the calm before the storm.
Yes, I was afraid if we did the interview inside, you'd hear kids and bells, and I do need to get in there and teach first.
We won't tell. You can just say, "Oh, the interview went long." And we won't tell.
At this time of the year, I am not leaving 25/7.
Oh, well, that's a good point. All right. I guess so.
It's not that everybody's
get in there now.
Summer fever already. Right?
All right, Amy Jarvis, thanks so much.
We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right,
have a good day.
Yeah, you too.
Do the same. All right, coming up, by the way, do we have our match Monday? It's Monday.
We will in a bit. It's one of those things where you get a little busy.
You were playing with your phone earlier in the show, and one thing led to another, or it didn't. Here, I'll stall. I want to let you know that we have a website called Micah and John Podcast.
We do have a website.
And on that website, you will find past episodes, which, by the way, last Friday was our 300th episode. So we're officially into season 4 now, right?
We are in season 4.
This is how we started.
Yes. So let's explain the seasons. Okay,
Right.
so when we originally, we started doing the shows and we numbered them.
It's our summer season.
And I think it's rss.com, which is the website we upload to, and that's how iTunes, I believe, gets our...
And you had to put
you have to put it to rss.com, and then it sends it to iTunes. I don't know, some stupid thing. But they make you put in the number of what season you're in. I mean, I don't know why.
Seasons change.
So when we got to episode 99, we're like, well, I guess we're going into season 2. And at that point, we were going to connect it to Reacher.
To Reacher.
Because we said, Reacher. Because
it was on Amazon Prime.
We both like Reacher. We're like, this is a pretty cool show. And we're like, well, you know what? We'll start season 2 when Reacher starts season 2. But then we realized, then we saw, Reacher season 2 will be 2027 or some stupid thing like that.
I think it was supposed to start around now.
Yeah. And it's not.
It hasn't started
No,
yet.
it has not. And so
my
we're
Prime.
So anyway, we're in season 4.
Yeah, welcome to season 4.
This is season 4.
Where you get your first and longest stall. So
I don't know what you're talking about.
So anyway, on our website you can find one of 300. Pick one any day, any time.
Well, yeah.
And you can, you know what? You want to binge watch by the pool? You're on vacation on a flight? Feel free.
Well, there it is.
I knew you'd find it sooner or later. That's what she said. So anyway, our website, mikeandjohnpodcast.com.
Hey-o.
We also have merchandise.
Yeah.
The latest with our newest logo. mikeandjohnpodcast.com. Click on the merch link and you'll see t-shirts, mugs, sweatshirts, hoodies.
Oh, you see the whole
You name
thing.
it. We got it. Our designer, Nikki from the H.
Nikki from the H.
Yeah, from Howell.
Oh.
So it's Nikki from the H.
All right.
Although I think she lives in Fowlerville. So Nikki from the HF, Howell Fowlerville,
Right.
our designer, in which you can get this logo put on just about anything, any color.
Right.
They'll take care of you at Spirit of Livingston. Okay, so today being a match Monday.
Yeah, stop stalling already.
I'm
It's
sorry.
time for us to do
I'm
our
just babbling
match
on.
Monday Orchards Children's Services
Exactly.
Monday match. And today it is Savonia, who's 13 years old. Savonia enjoys writing letters and songs. She loves the Detroit Pistons, the Lakers, and the Chicago Bulls. So Savonia, very smart young lady, saying, I like the Pistons. Hey, Detroit, go Detroit.
Go your home team.
But I'm going to put the
That
Lakers and the
stinks.
Bulls in there just so,
You got a few that'll
You
win.
got somebody's going to win. So good for her. Savonia likes watching scary movies. She also likes dogs, and she's partial to German Shepherds. So there is
Smart
it.
dogs.
Savonia, 13 today, and our Orchards Children's Services Monday match. And of course, Orchards Children's Services works to find forever homes for kids like Savonia. And if you go to their website, orchards.org, you can find more information about how you can help out. Becoming a foster parent, or maybe even potentially opening up your heart and home full time to a kid like Savonia. So today, Savonia, our Orchards Children's Services Monday match.
All right. Today is Monday,
Can't you tell?
May 15th. Our 2-cent history lesson worth every penny.
It's been a day. Now we're on the John Cam.
Okay, at least we got on the John Cam.
Yeah, there you go.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
It's a different
You know,
cam. So
many of you may be thinking, Mike, why do you put up with this crap every day?
I know
I
I
don't
do.
know.
I think that too.
Today is Police Officers Memorial Day. It's also National Chocolate Chip Day. So right away, you probably went to chocolate chip cookies, correct?
Yeah.
There's other things, though. You've got your pancakes, your muffins, or just eat them right out of the bag.
You could just have them direct.
Yeah, chocolate chip ice cream.
I don't really
Were you ever that
I don't really like chocolate chip ice cream. I mean,
I'm sorry.
No, don't get me wrong. I know you're gonna find this hard to believe.
You wouldn't
I
turn it
wouldn't
down.
turn it down. Obviously.
Yeah, we'll put a little
But
syrup on that.
I'm just saying, if I have a
Little
choice, I'd rather just have chocolate.
Okay.
Just chocolate ice
What about chocolate chip ice cream? You okay with that?
Yeah. Okay. I like Rocky Road.
I'm on the Rocky.
What is Rocky Road? Okay.
1718 on this date.
1718.
James Puckle.
All right.
Jimmy. James Puckle, a London lawyer, patented the world's first machine gun. A lawyer did this.
In 1718.
1718.
So he patented it, but they didn't make it.
Yeah, he probably had it. He
I
drew
mean, he
it.
drew it.
He was at a pub
Yeah.
having a Mike and John brew.
You know that's true.
It was the vanilla lavender
Hold
with 11
on.
zest.
Give me a napkin. And a quill.
Dang feathers out. Wouldn't that suck? Now that you think about it, writing with a feather.
I mean,
and
you
who
know.
came up with that to begin
Well,
with?
it's what
It's
you
like I
had.
want to write stuff down.
Well, that's what you had.
I know, but who was the first to write with a feather?
I don't know when the quills came in. It just made sense because it was a sharp point that you could dip in ink.
Yeah.
And the thing, well, I know why it's a quill.
I wonder
Because
it took 'em
if
so
you
long
think
to
about
write
a
the
bird
dip
feather,
of it. Yeah.
because if the quill, they would cut it because it's hollow inside on the stem piece. And so you can actually fill it with ink.
This really is a
And it
Monday
has the
goodness
sharp point. And that way, so it's like a ballpoint pen, but with a
Was
feather.
it a rolling writer?
You know? So I don't know who was the first guy who goes, wait a minute.
Check this out.
Was he at a bar too? But he didn't have anything to write it on. I got an idea. What do I write it on? What do I write it with?
Here, take this feather. Grab that turkey over there.
Smart turkey. What's happening?
What makes the best quills? Is it like a peacock?
That's too much. No,
They
that's,
way too-
it'd be
they hit
getting in
people
your
in the
way.
face.
Like, oh, come on. That'd be like one of those.
It's probably a duck feather.
Gel
don't know,
pens.
Turkey. Yeah. Gel pens. Those sucked.
You're right.
1851, the first sorority. Alpha Delta Pi.
Oh, you
was
know,
formed.
Out to the pies.
Oh, yeah, the Pi girls.
They get a little silly. On a
West
Friday
Leyland
night,
College, by the way.
Get in their pajamas.
Writing with their quills.
Have a pillow fight. You know, sororities get. At least in my mind.
Long duck dong out on the field saying he's getting tired of Betty. 1905.
Okay.
Las Vegas, Nevada was founded. 1905. Soon became a haven for gamblers and those seeking a quick divorce.
Well,
You get those quickie, easy divorces in Vegas.
in Vegas.
Wasn't it that you could do it via vending machine or something? Or
You
was
can,
that the
yeah.
marriage license?
I
forget.
thought, I don't know. You can do something there.
Pack of Luckies and
I'm surprised they don't have hookers in a vending machine at this point. You can get your car in a vending machine. Just see a bunch of women standing in the machine.
Looks like Barbie's mansion.
If one of them gets stuck, you're like, oh man, come on.
Start shaking the machine. You see John kicking the machine.
Come on.
I'm ready.
This is a stupid machine. This pill isn't going to last forever.
The rails have been lost.
Yeah, they're a long
Season
time
4 has
ago.
been canceled.
This is where it all went down. This is where we jumped the shark.
1928, Mickey Mouse made his first appearance. He would become the most recognized cartoon character in the world. 1928.
Right.
He's also the richest cartoon character in the world.
Well, it's the happiest place on earth if you
Magical.
own it.
You know why it's magical?
Yeah.
Because your money disappears.
It very much does.
Very
It
quickly.
evaporates. Hey, wait a minute.
It's on this day in 1930, Ellen Church went to work.
Ellen Church. Okay.
Went to work on a United Airlines flight from San Francisco to California to Cheyenne, Wyoming. From San Francisco to Cheyenne. Ellen Church was the first airline stewardess.
That's when you could call them stewardesses,
Not flight
attendants. Yeah.
Yes. Everybody on the plane is a flight attendant when you think about it. You're attending a flight.
That's true.
So maybe they ought to go back to stewards or stewardesses.
I don't know. I mean, in flights these days, especially if you take like one of the low ones like JetBlue or Spirit, it practically is self-service.
They should have a vending machine.
I mean, I'm surprised they don't. Frankly.
Back of your chair flops out. What do you want for your snack?
I'm surprised they do not.
1940, the first nylon stockings were sold in the U.S. It's also on this day in 1940, the first successful helicopter flight was made in the U.S.
The first successful helicopter flight. Took a few.
I would think so.
Because you've seen those
The
clips
Flintstones
of
and they're
the guy
pedaling.
who's like pedaling, and it's got the 4 blades, and
My legs are tired.
go off the end of a cliff. Like, no, that didn't
Yeah,
work.
that's probably not a good idea.
That didn't work.
Should have picked a shorter cliff. Tony Bennett's I Left My Heart in San Francisco in 1963 won a Grammy for the record of the year. What happened to Rags to Riches? Was that before or after?
I'm not sure.
I think it was before because it was on Laverne and Shirley. But that's where I get my history.
So you're basing your history off Laverne and Shirley.
And the big ragu who wanted to be Tony Bennett.
Well, yeah.
Berkeley College in 1994, Berkeley College of Music in Boston, awarded Sting an honorary degree. Congratulations, Gordon Sumner. A music degree for Sting,
Well, sure.
1994. I think he had kind of earned that without going to school.
Well, that's
Before that.
Well, that's the whole honorary degree. Is what kind of honorary degree do you think we'd get? You know, if any university or college or trade school or
The art of stallology.
anybody, if you want to bestow an honorary degree on us, we're available.
Yeah.
No, don't all call it once.
Get on that giggle line. And finally, in 2001, a runaway freight train with no one on board traveled over 70 miles through Ohio before a daring modern-day Casey Jones jumped on and stopped the train.
Yeah, they made a movie about that with Denzel Washington.
Snakes on a train?
No,
Snakes on a plane?
no.
Would you?
Train movie, Denzel Washington.
But the Grateful Dead.
Unstoppable was what it was called.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
Didn't see
with
that.
Chris Pine and Denzel Washington, based on that incident.
So I was going to say, when be kind of a quick movie, showing them jump on the train, stop it, we're done.
Well, they made a bit more of it. You know how Hollywood does that.
Tired. Running to hop on the train.
You know.
Couldn't get in.
Yeah.
That's your 2-cent history lesson for today.
All right, it's quite a
I
lesson.
think, but Casey Jones, that's what the Grateful Dead song was about, Casey Jones.
but he was high on, well, you know.
Well, that was a different Casey
Yeah.
Jones. I think it was a
So-
distant relative.
So, nonetheless,
That's
maybe
your
that's why that
2 cents.
train was running away. But,
That's your 2-cent history.
and what a
for today.
lesson it was, my friend.
You know, if your brakes are giving you trouble these days, you can't stop your train that you're driving, or your car, or SUV, or truck. See our friends at Murphy's Family Auto.
Absolutely. Give them a call, 517-552-3040, or go online, murphysfamilyauto.com.
More than just brakes, transmission.
It's the whole shebang.
Yes. Anything and
Tires,
everything concerning your
shocks,
automobile.
Suspension, batteries, air conditioner, wheel balancing, computer diagnostics.
Holy moly.
Everything on this sign that I'm reading. They do it all. Go in and stop and say hello to Glenn or Dennis.
Dennis prefers howdy, but you can say hello if you like.
Yeah, I think you could.
Hi
And
there.
they're very friendly over there.
Yeah.
And very knowledgeable. I was just saying last week, I took my car in and had my brakes checked, or my brakes checked.
You got to get your brakes checked.
Yeah, or my brakes checked, or my brakes checked,
That too.
which they did, and always appreciate them. So, murphysfamilyauto.com.
John can stop anytime. Like, how about now?
What about now? So you're saying it's time to end the show?
I think so.
You sure?
Yeah, it's
You
a
don't wanna-
shorter episode for the
You don't
400th.
You don't want to keep on going?
No.
Talk about
We stalled enough.
hooker vending machines? No? Time to let it go?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, we're done.
You've been giggling with Mike and John. Tune in next time and giggle on.